afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun live. And Happy New Year, brethren, in the Temple of Truth, dear Templars. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. And as we walk into 2025, in the Temple of Truth, we walk in grace. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, after reading the caption of this broadcast, read the description of the broadcast, like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Mayegun today, the maiden edition of Mayegun's Diary Politico 2025. You're welcome. And once again, thank you for joining me. Kindly let me know if the audio is very much perfect on your own device over there. It is a new year. And then a bit of a recap of what it was for 2024. An interesting year, if you ask me, for us on Mayegun's Diary Politico. So I am going to possibly take us a little bit back to that. And then we look forward to the future. What is in stock for us in 2025? Congratulations to you, every one of you that made it across the line. And yes, it may sound like starting afresh, as some have, postulated. Whatever it is that you missed in 2025, yes. Sorry, in 2024, rather. In 2025, you can give it a shot again. And to the souls that we won in 2024, we intend to keep them and even win more souls, liberate more minds, get people thinking. The zombieism that Nigeria represents is curable on Mayegun's Diary Politico, where the truth lies, where the uncomfortable truth resides, where political correctness dies, where praise singing perishes. So if you have been killed, it is our duty on Mayegun's Diary Politico to keep your mind continually watered like a flower, a lily, beautiful flower, that with truth on this platform, it will be very difficult for you to backslide. As the criminals in charge of the contraption like Nigeria are working without resting, so shall we, the agent of truth, shall also stay awake relentlessly with the truth. Because that's the only thing that, the only weapon that we have against the APC, Egbekegbe, in that contraption where lies have become have become so institutionalized in the contraption, where our people and their future are being destroyed and mortgaged by these unscrupulous elements, criminals, old and young, paid propagandists. They are not giving up. So shall we not as well give up. Thank you so much for crossing over with me. And please, as we hold our hands, as we hold ourselves hand in hand, walk into the 2025, our battle is Ezekiel Canal. Our battle is beyond, physical. it is mental. And as we know, hundreds of millions, if not billions, have been expended to keep our people in perpetuity of darkness as they continue to wield the weapon of division, tribal hatred, religious division, and all kinds of nonsense that they have used in holding our people back. Mayegun's diary political may not be so popular, but it is very, very, very important to those who have come across this platform in the last few years. Again, nothing is going to change. Rather, we are forging ahead with more determination that no matter how far a lie travels, truth can catch up. And sooner than later, we shall have the needed number, yes, the critical mass, that we can break free from the stranglehold of these criminals. Until then, we shall not rest. We shall not relax. As they are rolling out their lies, so shall we be rolling out the counter-truth to weaken them. They don't like us, don't forget that. And we don't like them too. That is why those who want to use political correctness in trying to, sabotage us and possibly blackmail us, gaslight us, are always going to remain our adversaries. That's why we call them the frenemies. Yeah? The enemies that pretended to be friends, giving us a stupid advices, telling us to kind of slow it down. The rogues, the wolves in sheepskins, who come on to Mayegun's diary political to advise us to respect criminals because they are old, to respect criminals because they are from our tribe or from our ethnic nationality or from our religion. We have told them, you do not like us and we do not like you too. Keep your advices for the criminals and the ruiners of their contraption. We shall keep our own head intact. So, brethren, as your GO in the temple of truth, I welcome you to 2025, a place where the truth shall prevail. Thank you. But towards the end of the few hours to the end of 2024, an organization that is known for, exposing the world's greatest criminals, OCPPR, they came together to ask people all over the world to nominate those they believe are the OCCRP, rather, are the worst of the worst criminals in the world. And people should vote. Indeed, Nigerians participated. Other people around the world participated. And they put forward the names. So on the part of, the criminals, the organized criminals in the whole world, that was where Tinubu, the Jaga Banditi, the Jaga Addicti, the Ashiwaju Awole, Ashiwaju Awagbero also emerged. Even people are thinking that maybe the whole thing is even rigged. How did Ruto of Kenya beat Tinubu? And who the hell is Joko Widodo, the former president of Indonesia, where Tinubu, a drug dealer, a drug pusher, heroin accountancy, a drug addict, a certificate forger, election rigger, and treasury looter. How did he manage to get beaten by these two? Well, as Yoruba will say, you may have called, and I kind of have that sentiment too, that how did they beat him? At the same time, if you hear the story of all these other rogues and criminals, Ruto of Kenya, and this Widodo guy, well, maybe Kalu deserves the number 3 spot. There's also another guy, which is the Assad of Syria. Remember him? Yes. So these are dictators who have been like murderers too. So Kolu eventually was named as, because of his drug dealing, his heroin trafficking record in America, a man that graduated from a school before the school was in fact established. There's no other criminal that should beat that guy. Again, maybe next year, he can possibly do more. Nigeria has been captured by drug dealers. You know, Nigeria has been captured by career criminals. And Nigerians are paying the price. They are now in the hands of propagandists, liars, treasury looters, you know, ethnic baiters, tribal and what have you, jingoists, religious fanatics. This is one, like, you know, a problem too many, which Nigerians are facing. Nigeria is now economically bellicose. Nigeria is economically ruined. Nigeria, which is now the terrorist headquarters of Africa, if not the world, courtesy of the APC. Egbekegbe. As for the Ronukus, the Ronu bastards, the Ronu bat idiots, the Ronu bandits, home and abroad, they are doing their best to kind of make people believe that with prayer and trust, they are asking people to trust them, that you have a way out of this. In 2025, this year, the only advice I can give to those of you who are trapped in that contraption is that, hold on. If you can endure, if you are so afraid to stand up to them, then you would have to hold on. Endure for another, 2.5 years. If you will make it that far, maybe there is a chance that you will be able to stand up and liberate yourselves. Because nobody is coming to save anybody. That should be very clear. They will choke you. They will strangle you. They will do all they can. And they will ask you to be grateful to them for whatever they will do to you. There is no chance no way out of this. Like I've said many times, if you don't stop them, they will never stop. So, brethren, towards the end of last year as well, Tinubu and his gang, they tend to have succeeded in what is called this consolidation of their state capture, in which they believe that except death happens, there is none of you that can actually remove them from that state of power. They are banking on the hatred that they are spreading, banking on the division that they are brewing, or they've kind of like instituted already. Or can they survive what is coming their ways in 2025? Time shall tell. Everyone who speaks up in a place that was supposed to be a democracy will be picked up. Yes, you'll be picked up, locked up, and if you are not lucky, you may get killed by these rogues. Now, I want to remind you all again, in this 2025, their desperation is going to take another level. I am talking about a level you've never seen before. Disappearances, where people will be disappearing for criticizing or for speaking up in that contraption. I am not trying to paint a picture of a gloom and doom. I am only trying to make you realize what is ahead of you. Yes, they have told you, as a lot of people always believe, in the new year, you can hope for the better. In the new year, maybe things will turn around. Things will turn around if you are doing something differently. Tinubu and his gang are not doing anything different. They are doing the same thing and expecting a different result. But you know that doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result, is a symptom of, madness. I'm talking about a symptom of lunacy, like lunatics. So if you are building your hope and expectation on what they say to you, it simply means you have not learned anything. On Mayegun's diary Politico, when they lie to you, I shall do my own bit, right? To tell you the truth. Now, what you do with that is completely yours. You will be responsible for what you do with the information that's always available to you on Mayegun's diary Politico. Tinubu is recognized worldwide as the leader of the organized criminals. And the unorganized criminal, I want to use a former drug lord, is the president of Nigeria. That alone is a stigma that whoever identify as Nigerian anywhere in the world that you would have to deal with, in case if you don't know. That stigma is enough to demarket Nigeria. That stigma is enough to embolden you, encourage you to stand up against these criminals. They are not as many as you think. Yes, you have an institutionalized criminality, but if you don't stop them, they won't stop. How do you stop them? Start from you knowing why you want them stopped. There are so many of you who don't even, there are some of you who are not really different from your criminal leaders. Because Nigeria is a place where the supposed followers, the citizens, are not so different from their leaders. Your leaders are more or less like the reflection of what majority of you are. So if you begin to liberate your minds in defending what is right and rejecting what is wrong, that can be a beginning. Today is the 1st of January, 2025. So if there's any motivation or motivational word you want me to give to you, it's going to be that you need to start rejecting everything that is bad. Don't reject bad behavior simply because somebody you don't like is doing it. Reject all the bad behaviors simply because it is bad. It doesn't matter who is doing it. Now, when we cross that bridge, when we manage to cross the bridge of defending our criminals, like you have been doing, because majority of you Nigerians, you love your oppressors differently. You love your criminals differently. Especially if they are from your tribe, your religion, your ethnic, or maybe it's people you kind of look forward to becoming, or to want to be like when you also have a chance. Nigeria is a place where it is evident that majority of Nigerians don't really hate corruption. They do not hate oppression. Majority of them don't really hate bad behaviors. The only reason why they will profess of hating on them is when they are not benefiting. Nigeria is a place where, like I said, people love their criminals differently. And they can easily tell you that their own criminal is God-fearing. I've never heard anything like that in my life until I began to study Nigerians, where they will tell you, is he the only person? Talk about another one. Leave this one. Where Nigerians love to cherry pick. In 2025, if you want things to be different, we all have to agree to do it differently. And then coming together in fighting the monster of the criminals in charge of Nigeria. That too means that you have to, when you reject something that is bad, you have to do so unconditionally, no matter whose ox is God. I have always been like that. We just haven't really make up the number. So whether it is your pastorpreneurs or it is your own sheiki or being a shekil, maybe not your own Satan, or being an emir, or maybe it is your own Oba or Obi, it doesn't really matter. When they are caught in the web, do not defend them. Do not excuse them or give excuses for them. So when we kind of bridge this, then we probably have a chance of destroying this hegemony. If it is not destroyed, it's going to destroy us. If you don't kill this criminal or criminal enterprise, they will kill all of us. So speak up when you still can. Tinubu and his rogues and his gang and co-travelers, they will become more desperate in 2025, as much as they are also going to become more confident. But you also have to take a different approach. When I say take a different approach, I mean take a different approach to how you see things, okay? Do not defend bad behavior. Do not give excuses for them, and see how much we are likely going to possibly build the needed, army, mentally developed people, right? Mentally developed or mentally liberated army that will challenge these guys. You may not even have to wait till 2027 before this entire enterprise will collapse. I don't know how long they can hold it together, but I can tell you, right? It's not going to be for long anymore. Thanks so much for listening to my TED Talk. So, Tinubu, as the head of the criminal gang that is in charge of Nigeria, they actually have an idea of what is coming for them. They just don't know when and how. And I think it's ideal for you to begin to position yourselves into what do I need to do to effect a difference? Where should I kind of like be if this is to happen? Mayegun's Diary Politico is likely going to help. As well as, there's something called self-destruct button. I strongly believe that the ruling class, the political class in Nigeria, they've already pressed the button of a self-destruction. The only lifeline they are getting right now are the little liver cowards that continue to sing the praises of these rogues, either because they are from their tribe or because they are from their evil court called the parties, or whatever any other thing attachment they have with them, right? So I beg of you, I plead with you to please, when this house begins to collapse, when this whole place begins to go up in smoke, please don't save them. Please don't fight for them. Because it's like protecting or defending what is still going to kill you. This Nigeria will kill us if we don't break it up. That's why people like myself continue to advocate for the peaceful breakup of this contraption. Before Nigeria break us, it's better we will break them. Before Nigeria kill us, it's better we will kill this Nigeria. Or else, we are done for. Now, this is for those of you who still believe that Nigerian can be saved. I have people on this platform who kind of did believe that Nigeria was probably like, it could save Nigeria. But every year in, year out, they have been so disappointed. So majority of those you see on Mayegun's Diary Politico today, speaking up and demanding for the breakup of this contraption, majority of them, they were pro-Nigeria before now. They are one Nigerianist. So if you are a one Nigerianist watching this platform, or you are on Mayegun's Diary Politico watching this video, and somehow you probably feel like this is too blunt, too harsh. We should come together and all that stuff, all that nonsense that some of you tell yourselves, you, the unity beggars, don't worry. It's going to be a matter of time. There are those people before you on this platform. They thought Nigeria could be saved. They thought that, it only requires people of goodwill coming together to save this, until now they realize that it's a waste of time, waste of life, and, waste of resources. So you will get there too. And we are not in a hurry, okay? If you are a one Nigerianist, a unity beggar on Mayegun's Diary Politico, you won't be the first. And obviously you won't be the last as well. There are those before you. Today, they know better. You will know better too. So if you are new on Mayegun's Diary Politico, we advise you not to tell us to pray for Nigeria. We don't pray for Nigeria here. The only prayer we are praying for Nigeria is for Nigeria to be broken apart and let everybody go their separate ways. Because that's the only way we can save lives. Nigeria seems to be the only country in the world that is killing our own citizens for demanding for what is right. There's no other country in the world that is doing that. Only Nigeria. And because of this, we pray, we preach, we encourage, we motivate, and say, break this contraption up and save lives. Those of you who are watching me right now, you are the survivors of yesterday, or maybe you are the survivors of today. Nigeria is a place where it is turned by turn Nigeria Limited. The survivors of yesterday, they are the victims of today. The survivors of today, they are the potential victims of tomorrow. Nigeria is a country that kills our own citizens and chase away our own best, whereby the best, supposed best of Nigeria are no longer in Nigeria. The worst are now those in charge of that contraption. They don't wish Nigeria well. The real enemy of Nigeria are those who have the opportunity of making that place better, but they choose to make it worse because it serves them. It serves their interests, their families,